So we just had NXT Gold Rush 2 and it was genuinely a really good show, and some things really stood out to me, particularly the future of the men's division. NXT's men's division has kind of been on a downtrend. There's some amazing stars, but it lacks depth, especially compared to the women's division. I saw a few cool things tonight, so let's start with the first match was for the Evolve Men's Championship. Jackson Drake with the Vanity Project with against Sean Legacy. Peter Rosenberg, one of the commentators from Evolve, also was on commentary for this match, so that was a pretty cool thing to also happen. Now Jackson Drake does end up retaining the Evolve Men's Championship, and I'm happy with that result. He's been a great champion, honestly one of the better men's champions in WWE right now, so generally go check out Evolve. I covered that show, so self-plug. But I think both these men could be genuinely good additions to the men's division. Obviously, they're both busy with Evolve and they have a long time to stay on Evolve with the stories they currently have going. So if like in 6 months, both these men come up to NXT with the men's division further, we're going to talk about it in a second, I can see a bright future for the men's division. And then John Cena announces the men for the Iron Survivor Challenge, which is Javon Evans, Joe Henry, Miles Bourne, because he defeats Trick Williams in the main event, but we're gonna get to that. You also have Dion Lennox from Darkseid. Oh god, I have to talk about that too, fuck. And then also Leon Slater from TNA. I've said this for a very long time, Leon Slater is basically NXT already. Yeah, this basically proves it. But you know, I think it would be pretty cool if Leon Slater can win. And like I said earlier with Jackson Drake and Sean Legacy, I feel like you're seeing a nice crop of young talent to step up. Unfortunately, that's probably going to happen after Obafemi and Trick Williams are already gone, but at least we have a nice foundation for the future of the men's division, and that's something that particularly excited me, at least from what I saw tonight. And I hope Leon Slater wins, because I feel like that would just be insanely cool if he wins and then becomes NXT champion. That would be sick. Unlikely, but very cool. We also go backstage, we get a promo package, another one of Shiloh Hill talking about him. Again, more men that I really want to see be built up on Evolve. Hell, there's Jasper Troy too, so hell, in a year's time we might be having an elite men's division on NXT, something we've been asking for a while. Anyways, Ethan Page is backstage and he's trying to tell Sol Ruka that she needs to be more like him. She needs to drop Zarya and just focus on herself. That's when Miles Bourne comes up and tells Sol Ruka to not listen to him. Sol Ruka just decides to leave, and that causes a back and forth between Miles Bourne and Ethan Page. I don't know if I want to see this feud. I mean, Miles Bourne just defeated Trick Williams in the main event. Again, we're going to get to that. He's going to be in the Iron Survivor Challenge. Don't see a real reason to build up a tiny feud between him and Ethan Page just yet. I feel like they both have a lot besides that to focus on right now. But hey, if this is a match that we get after the Iron Survivor Challenge, which probably means Miles Bourne's not going to win, no, it would be a feud I'd be down for. I can see Miles Bourne being the guy to take the North American Championship. He's had a really great year. Then we have the Women's Speed Championship, the vacant Women's Speed Championship between Zarya and Fallon Henley. The match ends in a tie. Now, after the match ends in a tie, Ava comes out and says now it's sudden death. So basically the whole purpose of the speed match was not accomplished at all. It was essentially just a normal match with a quick break in the middle. And that sucks. And hell, the match was very fast paced at the start and it felt very quick, and while I don't mind that in normal speed matches, the fact that you knew you were going to go to sudden death, you could have probably made the match go slow, build up to big moments, and then after that tiny little break where Ava comes out, have the match go full speed ahead. But hey, what do I know? I'm not a booker. Maybe this was the best route. I just feel like this wasn't necessary. I don't want to see it go to sudden death. That defeats the whole point of the Speed Championship, you know? Do something else, figure something else out. You know, you're NXT, you can do whatever the fuck you want. But Fallon Henley wins, they go backstage, they celebrate. This had me give my hopes up that maybe all of Fatal Influence will win the championships, although I knew Lainey Reed was not going to win the Evolve Women's Championship. Sad, I would have liked to see that, but hey, it is what it is. Kendall Grace is a great champion. Gonna get to that too. Hell, I'm spoiling everything, aren't I? But yeah, basically, Ava tells the rest of Fatal Influence they are not allowed to interfere in the match tonight. You guys want to guess what they did? They interfered. You know what? Let's just get to that match. Kendall Grace successfully defeats Lainey Reed to retain the Evolve Women's Championship. A result I'm very fine with. Kendall Grace is great. Her reign has been fantastic so far, plus she has a bunch of elite challengers lining up for Evolve. Again, seriously, if you don't check out Evolve, check my videos or just check it out. If you're anywhere outside of America, I believe it's free on YouTube, so do that. Fatal Influence did interfere during this match, but Ren Sinclair managed to fight them off, and Charlie Dempsey also returned, and he helped Ren Sinclair fight them off. So it seems like the entirety of the NQCC, Ren QCC, this whole new thing, they're back. Really excited to see where that goes, and ultimately, Kendall Gray manages to retain. Really good match. All the matches tonight were pretty good. It's also after this that John Cena announces the women's division for the Iron Survivor Challenge, and it's so much more stacked than the men's. It's Kelani Jordan, it's Kendall Gray, it's Jordynne Grace, it's Soruka, and it's Lola Vice. Man, it's... damn, the women's division just eternally outshines the men's division. But I'm so hyped for this match. I have no idea who's gonna win it, because I can see any one of these women winning it. Kelani Jordan has been doing great as a heel. I can see them giving it to her. Lola Vice, maybe it's her time finally. So Ruka, also could be time to put the NXT belt on her. Man, I don't know. Hell, Jordynne Grace has also been built up elitely. Gonna get to her match later. I don't know. I want every single woman here to win, so I don't know. Also have the TNA Knockouts Championship. Kelani Jordan loses in a triple threat match to Jordynne Grace and Lei Ying Lee, who is your new TNA Women's World Champion. I'm so happy for Lei Ying Lee. She's put in a lot of work. Do you think she never achieved anything on NXT, then went to the main roster, didn't achieve anything there, and then she went to TNA, really found herself, and then she won the TNA Women's Championship on NXT? That's wild to think about, but I'm very happy for her. I'm excited to see the TNA Knockouts division firmly be held by only TNA women, because I assume Kelani Jordan is going to be permanently back on NXT now, which again, hopefully maybe she wins the Iron Survivor. For Lei Ying Lee, I'm excited to see what her reign can do, because I feel like this is really going to benefit the Knockouts division, because, you know, Lei Ying Lee, she's great, but she's not that elite top tier star. Like Kelani Jordan, you kind of felt like, yeah, but they're not going to take the belt off her to put her on Zaya Brookside or Danny Luna. I can see them doing that with Lei Ying Lee, and that's not bad. That just means her reign's going to be a lot more entertaining, because I actually believe people can beat her for the belt. Kind of like the JC Jane reign. I feel like there can be a lot of similarities. Lei Ying Lee can just be a babyface version of that. Regardless, good match. I'm surprised she pinned Kelani Jordan, because like initially I assumed Lei Ying Lee was only going to be in this match to take the pin. How wrong I was. She pinned Kelani Jordan, the champion, so there's no denying she deserved that championship. I'm excited to see how her reign goes. You know, TNA, you know, kind of been making a lot of bad decisions, but there's nice little things that make me excited for the show. This is one of them. And then in the main event, it's Miles Bourne versus Trick Williams. Earlier in the night, John Cena did make sure to say that whoever wins this match gets the last spot in the Iron Survivor Challenge. I kind of wanted Trick Williams to win, but the fact that he lost this, he has to go to the main roster. If he stays on NXT, I have absolutely no clue what we're doing. Maybe just, you know, use Saturday night's main event, which is going to be main roster versus NXT, as a way to call up a bunch of NXT talents. Have Trick Williams on that show, have Obafemi on that show, have Dead Impacts on the show, and all of them who are on that show comes up to the main roster, because there's so many people on NXT who should not be here anymore. Trick Williams is one of them. I'm happy Miles Bourne wins, a big victory for him. I don't think he's going to win the Iron Survivor Challenge, but because I feel like he's going to go with Ethan Page. Regardless, if he wins the Iron Survivor Challenge, great. So much high profile stuff for him. If he doesn't and he goes on to defeat Ethan Page, you know, I feel like he's in a win-win situation right now. After the match, Darkseid appear and they try to attack him, but Joe Henry, Javon Evans, and Leon Slater come down to the ring and they defend him. So we're probably going to get a tag team match, a 4-on-4 tag team match with Darkseid next week. Boy, I can't say I'm excited for that, but it is what it is. The good guys better win. If Darkseid wins, I hate Darkseid. I can't anymore. So if I have to give the show a rating tonight, I'm going to say it was another solid 9 out of 10 show. NXT just keeps hitting. I don't feel like it hit that next step, that full final, I don't know what to call it. It just didn't feel like a 10 out of 10 show, but it's as close to perfect as you can get. NXT is just, it's the best show in wrestling right now. If you're not watching it, you know, good on you, enjoy what you enjoy, but you're really missing out on like the best wrestling content out there. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe. I cover NXT, TNA, and Evolve every single week, along with a podcast with PUWF. Usually it's on Thursday nights or Sunday nights. Check that out. We just talk about Evolve for a few hours. So if that's your kind of thing, go check it out. So leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye, everyone.